Hey guys, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and I am coming on for this video to do a card share. I had ordered the full release from Clearly Besotted for Valentine's Day, and Clearly Besotted is one of my favorite companies, so I've just stamped out all the images for all the stamp sets, and I've been coloring them, and now I'm starting to assemble them into cards. So the first one that I started with is this stamp set here. And I think it's called Stupid Cupid. I don't remember. But it's these cute little Cupid hippos. And you got this cloud and some sentiments. So I stamped all of these out. There was 5 of them. And I did 8 cards, 4 of 2 styles, basically. And one of them is a nice Valentine's Day card, and one of them is a snarky one. So this is the main stamp set that I used. And then what I will go through each thing that I used. I made sure I got everything out for you guys to see it. So I'll start with the sweet card. So here's the first one, and they are both in the same style. It's just I used 3 of the hippos on this one and 2 of the hippos on the other. So the first thing I did was I stenciled a cloud background because I had these cloud images from the stamp set. And I stenciled that with this stencil here, which has the 4 sides of the different cloud borders. And this is from MFT. So this is the smaller size one. And so you basically just stencil it, flip it or move it or turn it and slide it down and stencil some more. And I did that with Distress Oxide in Tumble Glass. And so I did a whole bunch of these backgrounds. And then that background there, I don't know if you guys can see it very easily, but oh, there we go. So I have this cool die set from Lawn Fawn that is called Valentine Borders. And here it is. So one of them, sorry for that glare. One of them it punches out these little hearts. This is the arrows that I use, so it basically imprints the arrows, and then there's also this cool little eyelet scalloped border as well. So I thought the arrows went with the cupids. And then this paper here in the background with this cool glittery, I believe it's a hot buy paper from one of the hot buy pads. But I had just a big scrap of it in my stash. When I shared my stash, you guys might have seen that. And I used up every bit of it except for some little tiny squares that I just tossed. So I used up every bit of it for these. I just cut strips for the sides so that I didn't have quite so much bulk. And then the hippos are, I cut them out with my Scan and Cut, and they are popped up on foam. And on the detail on those, on the clouds there, I used my Spectrum Noir sparkle marker underneath glossy accents, and I'm trying to catch it there. I like to do that. It gives kind of a similar look to these glittery stars in the back. I didn't want to hide my Copic coloring on those, so that's why I did that technique instead of just using stickles and glossy accents. But I like to use the little bottle especially because it has a super fine tip. And then on their wings, I did stickle those after I colored them, and I used this bluish clear that's called Twinkle. I just thought that had more of a wing look. So that is, oh, and then the sentiment here is a Lawn Fawn sentiment. I'm pretty sure, oh, I thought I got it out, but I guess I didn't. Huh. It's just a simple Lawn Fawn sentiment, and then I punched out, or I die cut out the banner that is on from these fishtail banners from MFT. And I just cut one and then cut the next size up in black and just layered them so that there was black on each end just to make it pop off that background a little bit. And I think that covers everything for this card. And then the inside of this one, I used the remaining strip of that heart paper. And that is an old stamp set from Honeybee. And it's called Oh Snap. And that sentiment is right here. And it says, "You're pretty much my most favorite of all time in the history of ever." So I thought that would be for the sweet cards. So like I said, I made 4 of those. And then for the other card, it's my snarky one. So it's the exact same design. For the sentiment, I used this kit from Tailored Expressions. This is probably my all-time favorite stamp set for Valentine's Day. It's the Grumplings. I love the Grumplings from Tailored Expressions. So I used that. And for the sentiment on that one, I used these little flag dies from Bow Bunny because it was a bit wider. So here is the snarky card. So try again, Cupid. Your aim stinks. That's kind of the story of my life. But I thought these last 2 little hippos that I didn't use on the other card, you know, obviously he has shot arrows and now he's getting a message that his aim stunk. So, but it's pretty much the exact same card. And then on the inside of this one, I used a sentiment from this stamp set from Clearly Besotted, which is like these grumpy cats. I absolutely love it. And it says, I love you, but I hate Valentine's Day. So I thought that could be for us single gals to send to our friends who might join us in that boat with a little bit of snarky Valentine's Day thoughts. So I did 4 of those cards as well. So that is my card share for my sweet and sour cards. And I got to use up a scrap, and I used my new stamps right away and got them colored. And so I feel like this is a win-win. All right, you guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one.